Psychotic and iconic.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 24 of Psychotic and Iconic. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that likes, subscribes, and follows to all of our platforms. Big shout out to Just Ant for our intro song. We love you for that. I'm going to pass it off to Mike Pitts.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to pass it off to Mike Pitts tonight, and we're getting the show started.
You're saving the other one for Thursday's show, I guess.
No.
One from earlier.
This show's about love. We're showing love today.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. We're giving people
Fine
the
with
flowers.
me. Fine with me. Hey, listen, Kyle Pitts, man. I've been screaming it for weeks, guys. I've been screaming. I said, buy low, buy low, buy low, buy low. Kyle Pitts, he showed up this week. I might as well read his stat line before we get into it. 9 for 119 with a TD on 10 targets. And by the way, he had another 25-yard catch that got called back from a holding penalty. So
That
essentially,
one-handed catch was nasty.
Yeah, that was sick.
I mean, he showcased everything this week. Just raw athletic ability is the best you'll see, but his route running, everything. The route running on that touchdown, the hands. I mean, why haven't they featured him like this is my question.
Well, it's because it's a byproduct of all the injuries. Russell Gage,
I got
Calvin Ridley.
injuries.
Yeah, I got injuries.
It's just like, did they not trust him enough? Because like I was saying, the underlying numbers were there. Like he was getting enough targets for a tight end. We saw the ability, and the routes run number was among the highest of all tight ends. So that's why I was screaming, buy low. This is a guy that you don't want to miss out on. I even remember in the preseason, I said to you guys, I could see Kyle Pitts sliding into that number 3 slot ahead of George Kittle. That's looking pretty good right now. Oh, I didn't do
Sliding
that.
in the third like stolen bases.
So like George Kittle just went on the IR unexpectedly. So I mean, you never know. But all I'm saying is that window probably passed unless there's an owner that's trying to sell high and you're in need.
If he could produce like that, he's going to help Calvin Ridley, too.
I got to see more.
Yeah.
I got to see more, though.
I know.
Oh,
It was-
yeah,
It was the
I
Jets,
have to.
Calvin
Well,
Ridley,
the Jets
and Russell
defense
Gage
is
were
good though. Let's give some respect to that.
Yeah,
defense.
no, not at all. But he
But,
was
like-
featured. But like I said, I want him to do well because it'll help get the pressure off of Calvin Ridley.
Pass heavy offense, so we'll see. But that's how we're opening the show. Thank you very much, Nick. And Mike.
You've been calling it, man. So
That's
I gotta give
my
you your
guy.
flowers.
I got
Yeah.
him on 2 teams, and I was sticking by him. I was frustrated.
Yeah.
Of course, but that's the name of the game, and
yeah,
that's
because
the
the talent's there.
That's the
So-
least of my frustration, by the way. Wait till you hear this. I'll tell you guys in a sec. But so tonight's show, as everybody knows, we stick with fantasy football on Mondays. So we're going to talk about the MVP of the week. We already just talked about Kyle Pitts. He could possibly be in the running. We have our studs and duds, which we just talk about at random usually. We might have a couple guys where we talk about take it ish or sound the fucking alarm. Phil, give him a sample.
Sound it.
All right. We might have a little bit of that. And, any trade ideas that pop in our mind. We always like to give out player values as much as possible. So, and there was a lot of injuries. A lot of injuries.
Saquon.
Just piling up. And I am suffering from it. You guys already know who I'm going to say.
Well, the
so,
CMC comes back next week.
yeah. Thank God. But you'll see. You already know. I'm in deep depression over one of them. So, anyway, that is how we are going with tonight's show. A reminder, please comment as much as you want. If you ask us fantasy-related questions, we will get to as many as possible. And
No,
Phil?
please ask questions.
Yeah, I mean,
please.
the last
We're
time
here to help.
The last fantasy show was arguably our best audience show.
Yeah.
The participation
Let's
was
keep
phenomenal.
it rolling. We got to keep it rolling. So
Yeah, I mean,
Have at it.
Let's keep it going, and we'll get to as many questions as we can. So, Phil, you know what to do. Let's do this, guys. Week 5. We're almost at that third point of the season.
I know it's going too fast for me.
It's sad.
It is. It's going way too fast. We're already at week 5. It's looking crazy. Where's the time going, fellas? This is episode 24. Where is the time going?
That too.
I remember doing the first one on your birthday.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Look where we are now. A bunch of pod boys here. Think we know football. We do, though, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
But I'm going to start with MVP of the week.
Well, this is easy.
And I'll give you guys a few choices, and I want the audience to reply too. Okay? We have Mike Williams, another standout game. 8 for 165 and 2 TDs on 16 targets. 36.5 fantasy points. We had Devontae Adams, 11 for 206. 206! And a TD with 16 targets as well. 37.6 points. I'll throw in Kyle Pitts only because, I mean, when a tight end scores like that, you might as well throw in fucking Dawson Knox. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
That's my guy. I'm so mad you have him.
Justin Herbert. Wow, guys. I can't wait to talk about him. Justin Herbert.
Me neither.
398 passing yards, 29 rushing, 4 passing TDs, 1 rushing TD, 42.8 points. And we have to mention Tom Brady. This is more than 4 players in a poll.
No, it's
here.
not that we have to mention him. He should be mentioned.
He should be
Period.
mentioned.
Who?
The GOAT.
Tom Brady. I mean, there's so many players we can name because, like, when we talk about value, it's obviously like there's some guys that you'll obviously start every week, but there's some names I just threw in there where if you played them, oh man, you're looking good because not a lot of people played them. The Antonio Browns, Myles Gaskin, Kadarius Toney.
Oh my God.
There's so many names, but
Hung 30 on.
He lit my ass up this week.
oh, look at that. So Dietz is commenting, hey Dietz, where were you last week when I gave you props? I gave you props for scoring damn near 200 a week. He wasn't even here for it.
Wow.
So, no, I'm not picking any guy off your team.
You tell him. I like that.
So
energy.
now
You
Mike,
tell him.
Mike
Energy
Williams,
on a bean. I like that.
The week that he's here. Unbelievable. 200 a week right now.
That's
the
crazy.
best he's ever done. I gave him props last week. He was absent. So we're not talking about Mike Williams then.
Good.
But Tom Brady, 411 passing yards, 5 TDs, 37.7. So I gave you like 4 or 5 choices. Guys, who was your fantasy MVP of week 5? Ready, go, Nick.
It's got to be Brady.
I knew you would say
It's
it.
got to be Brady. He has 5
he's right on
touchdowns.
brand.
5 touchdowns, 411 yards, pinpoint accuracy, fucking straight efficiency. What do you want? What else do you want? I mean, what
actually
else is there to
didn't
say?
choose
He had no turnovers, nothing. Clean game, and he just shredded the fucking Miami Dolphins up.
I got
And it's
Like he
regular.
has his whole career.
I got
It is
the-
regular.
It is regular.
I got Devontae Adams.
It's
Dude,
ridiculous. what
he
he's
is. He's a target machine. He doesn't drop the ball, and he would have had another touchdown if Aaron Rodgers missed him a little bit because he was getting hit in the corner of the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Devontae Adams, dude, like single-handedly won Justin his game.
He is insane.
He had 36 points in our league.
We can mention Robert Woods too.
Yeah, because on Thursday
Yeah,
night,
a lot
on
of people,
Thursday night, I was sick to my stomach. 25 points. I'm looking at it. I'm sitting on the couch with him out there, and I'm like, and we're just like
I
laughing.
was coasting the 4-1, and then yesterday
I thought I had no shot. Honestly.
By the way, Nick, I have to give you your props. We did a double or nothing bet on this show last week. I gave it Nick a chance to get back into it, and it was
respectful.
a double or nothing bet. It was Seattle. I took Seattle, of course, for my guy Russell Wilson. I don't want to talk about him, but I will.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
We're talking about
I'm depressed. So all 3
Let's
of my
talk about
teams.
Yeah, facts.
By the way, my MVP is going to be Justin Herbert, but we'll get to him a little later. He is sensational.
You'll see.
Sensational.
Yeah, we'll dive into that one.
But I'll hold my reasoning though. But yeah, Thursday night. So Nick took the Rams, and Nick evened up the score. We'll talk about the later bets in the day, but at that point, as of Thursday night, Nick evened it up,
I evened it up.
and he earned it.
Yeah,
He earned it. I wasn't totally confident with that.
I earn everything.
Well, look, you care. You care, and you are definitely. What's the word you like to use? Because I'm blanking right now. The word that you like to use.
Safe boys.
Safe boys. Jeez, how could I forget that?
Don't
you
shoot a
are
blank
not
on
a
here.
safe boy.
I'm not a safe boy.
Don't shoot a blank on Psychotic and Iconic.
I'm saving it for later, I suppose. I gotta save it in the clip.
Shooting a blank. That's got to be an
Don't shoot
episode
blanks.
title.
That's episode 24.
Don't shoot
Well,
blanks.
that's a
Don't
potential.
shoot. Yeah, don't shoot blanks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Adam Thielen who shot me a blank though.
So wait a minute, real fast
That
on
was
our
bad.
game. Adam Thielen has like a half a point with about 4 minutes left in the game. I look up and he has 6.5 points, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? Because like on our app, we use SleeperBot. It's like unpopular, but it's the best fantasy app ever. and it shows you the percentage of people that were going to win. And at one point, he was at 80-20. And I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, I just stopped checking out the app. Then it totally flipped because Adam Thielen's projection just
Was
kept
dipping.
dropping and
Yeah.
dropping and dropping. Like, it started off Robert Woods at 25. Deontay Johnson catches a 50-yard bomb. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, he's going to smoke me. And I'm laughing in my head, too, because, like, I know what's coming. And then they just fall back. And then I benched Claypool for Kadarius Toney.
I mean,
It worked.
that was a smart play.
It worked.
I like the process there.
But at the time, the way I was thinking at it, but when he put up 23, I'm like, did I just do that? Like, did I just ruin it? Then Kadarius Toney had a slow first quarter.
He did. He had nothing.
He had
Oh,
and
man.
I saw his projection going down, and I'm like, this is what I get for trying to be cute. And then boom,
Then he caught a bomb. Then he got like 4.5 points.
Right
And
off- right
after
off the
that,
bat,
it was like
and
an
I'm like-
avalanche of points, man. He
was 8 of
fighting it up.
10 of 12 for 189 yards. That's
Kadarius
crazy.
Toney
That is
is
crazy.
legit. I hate admitting it because he's on the Giants.
He's good, man.
10 for 189, 13 targets, and he almost got into the end zone. I remember. He got tackled just short, but he is
Oh yeah, when they ran the ball.
wow.
in the
Yeah,
carry,
he
yeah.
is wow.
Yeah, he's good.
How they left him off the field. I mean, that's malpractice.
Yeah.
That's why Godfar's probably upset about this team. Maybe the Giants would have scooped another win if this kid was playing.
Dude, he is real.
He's
good.
electrifying.
He's legit.
I mean,
Shorty going legit.
Yeah. I was
we-
depressed watching his score, man. I was
Listen,
like, this is deflating.
we
I'm
knocked-
watching Kadarius Toney literally take me down.
I heard you.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it in my
listen,
head.
and how many
Fucking
people?
hurt.
How many people would have started him? That's the crazy part.
Deep lead.
I
Paul's
respect
will.
the process. That was an amazing choice
Yeah.
right there.
Well, he
Kudos.
picked up Sterling Shepard during the beginning of the at the beginning of the week. Then when they said he was out, and then who was the other one that was out?
Slayton.
I'm like, all right, it's a
And
dark.
Galladay left hurt
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, here we go.
again.
And then we just
Regular.
started laughing, and then I was just cracking up because I knew what he was saying in his head. Like, this dude's really got Kadarius Toney.
I wasn't mad though.
on me.
I don't mind losing.
No,
to-
I know.
No, because
know.
like if you see him
It's a
in the
respect
starting
thing.
lineup,
Yeah.
I respect. I
if you
respect.
see him in the starting lineup, you're not fearing that. But now you might. I mean, week 6 and going forward. But if you see Kadarius Toney in the lineup
was
in
only
week 5,
projected
you're like,
9.
You're like, huh?
I wasn't worried at all.
Hey,
was
I
like,
wouldn't have been
Kadarius
worried. I would have been
Toney.
like,
I'm good.
Thanks, brother. Thank you.
I was more worried about Keenan Allen,
Yeah,
and then he wasn't doing shit. So I was like, oh, I might be in the clear here, but
It was 50-50
Yeah.
until like 7:30.
it was.
So a reminder though to the audience
And you flip
is
the
you
switch.
two played each other in fantasy, and this is the only time you play this year, right?
Yeah.
14-team league.
Yeah.
Unless we both make the playoffs. So
This is the only. Oh, Phil's got the records.
Yeah.
But
I hope
this
I don't play you in the playoffs.
this was the only time you two play each other in
Unless it's the
fantasy
championship.
this year, and who won?
Mike won.
I took it.
Oh man,
I don't mind losing. I don't
No,
mind
it was
losing.
it was a bigger win for me though, because now I'm
It
2
happens.
and 3, and you're 3 and 2.
3-2.
Yeah, so that it was
they can
a lot
afford
more.
that loss.
It was a lot more impactful for me.
Not that I want to afford a loss, but
But if it was
no,
for
I get it.
anybody, it's
losing,
for your
losing
brother
to my
here.
co-host and my best friend,
Yeah, there you
there's
go.
no shame in that. So it's all right.
Yeah,
Not
no,
at all.
Yeah,
Not
no,
at
I
all.
was the same way. But like I said, on Thursday night, we were sitting on the couch out there eating, and I was miserable. And I'm like,
Yeah.
is this really happening? Every time I saw the ball leave Matt Stafford's hands, it was Robert Woods catching 3 points.
Yeah, my
was.
opponent started Robert Woods this week. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But that's just the story of my week. And I guess since we're talking about Thursday, nobody was more upset than me. I have Russell Wilson in all 3 of my leagues.
That sucks, dude.
Oh, and you know what? All my teams went off this week, except I had 12 points at the quarterback position. I'm going to wind up probably losing in 2 of the 3. I lost by 4 because Clyde Edwards-Helaire looked like a serious injury last night. It turns out it's only an MCL sprain. That's like the fantasy gods just like feeling sorry for me. I'll tell you why.
After CMC,
Okay.
yeah.
5 of my first 6 picks are all out injured.
Name them.
Christian McCaffrey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Chris Carson,
That's regular.
Regular.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked by
Yeah.
that.
Julio Jones. That's regular.
Regular.
Regular. We
And
were way
Russell
off on-
Wilson.
We were way
That's
off on
not
Julio, by the way, being a top 10 receiver.
I feel like
I'm
a
not
dump
ready to
saying
say I love that word.
He might not be top 80.
Well, he's not going to play in
I'll take
is he even
Kadarius
going to play
Toney.
in 6 games?
Yeah, give me
Tony.
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, he produces.
It's sad because he's
You're
just
as
so
good as your last
talented.
game.
For real.
You
That's
gotta,
real.
You got to look out for those soft tissue guys. But I'll tell you what, though. I mean, come on. I mean, Russell Wilson hasn't missed an NFL game in his career. It's the one guy I can count on every week for a minimum of 20 points.
I know that sucks, dude.
I'm in trouble now. That's going to hurt me. And that the one where I just mentioned, 5 of the first 6, that is my biggest money league.
So who's your waiver wire pickup?
So that's a good way to lean right into that, Nick. Okay, waiver wire recommendations. Let's go down the list, guys. I want to hear. I mean, so Kadarius Toney's probably at the top of your list. Obviously, he's picked up, but in most leagues, he is not picked up. So, priority-wise, how close to the top is he for you guys?
Tony?
It really depends on
And I'll give you. You want me to give you some more
Slayton and
names?
Shepard's injury.
What's up?
It really depends on Slayton and Shepard.
I
When
think now
are they
you
coming
can't
back?
keep him
But-
off the
Well,
field.
I don't know if he would
yeah, but
even. I think he might be opposite of what's his face.
And Galladay's out for another 2 games. It looks like 1 or 2
Regular.
games.
We've seen this last year though with what's his name on the Eagles. I'm drawing blank too. We're shooting a blank today.
Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
What was
This is what happens
tall
when
receiver?
fantasy
he got
depression
cut. He got
sets
cut.
in.
He got cut in the offseason.
Todd Pinkston?
No, Todd.
Oh,
Haynes.
Travis Fulgham, who
Travis
just got
Fulgham.
cut from the practice squad
Yeah,
today.
and last
Did he
year,
really? He got
He's
cut today?
gone.
guys,
He got
last year he
axed.
was balling.
I know.
He was a fantasy option. I lost because of him.
Sees.
Yeah, he had like 30 fucking 5, and I was like, oh shit, like he's legit. And then, but Tony kind of could be the same.
He could if.
So beware.
Well, he looks better than Slayton.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's instantly. I mean,
He's-
besides Saquon, the best playmaker on that offense.
He's athletic. He goes up, gets the ball.
The
he's
first catch he
aggressive.
made, you said for the 4.5
He was
points.
breaking ankles.
Yes.
That was a good catch.
That was a great catch.
So
Like he showed ball skills. Pause. But he showed ball skills on that because he avoided the defender and caught the ball.
he's just so talented. I mean, he's breaking ankles the whole day.
He's better than Rieger.
Yeah. I mean, is that saying much?
No.
Really?
You're right. You're right. You're better than Rieger,
Facts.
which I've been screaming.
Facts. So here, I'll give you guys some players to look out for, and you could tell me how you want to prioritize them. You may or may not want to say budget wise, but in a traditional league, I'll ask you if they're a higher end priority claim.
Okay.
So we just mentioned Kadarius Toney, Darrell Williams. Now it's looking like Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out. I'm gonna say 3-4 weeks with an MCL sprain. Optimistic he'd be on the front end of that, but more like he's probably on the back end. Even with the Chiefs struggling right now, they're going to want him healthy for a playoff run. So Darrell Williams would be one guy, and he already had a sort of a goal line role. Okay. We have Devontae Booker with Saquon out. Extent of that, it's probably a high ankle sprain. Maybe worse. I mean, you guys probably saw, everyone had to have seen the picture of that giant fucking rock on his ankle.
Nasty.
Yeah.
That was just like an ankle plus a rock.
It was like a
attached.
baseball on his ankle.
He can't catch a break, and that was just like total bad luck.
Yeah,
he
that
stepped
was
on
bad
someone's
luck.
foot.
Yeah.
That was a Carson Wentz-esque injury.
It
That was literally Carson Wentz.
Saquon Wentz.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's starting.
Carson Barkley.
It's starting.
They're adding up.
Mm-hmm.
I was just catching up. I saw a couple of interesting comments. But anyway, so Devontae Booker, I mean, he had 20.8 points after that, scored as a receiver and rusher. Then you got Ramondre Stevenson. Now, you never know how it's going to shake out with the Patriots backfield, but Damian Harris left twice, and he didn't return after the second time. So he could be out.
He should have
And-
packed his shit and went back to New England after that fucking fumble at the goal line because that cost me fantasy points. I was pissed.
I will bet
I
you
was
that
watching
Belichick agrees with you.
I was very upset.
The first text message he sent me of the day was "fuck Mike Davis" because he scored that touchdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'd be so pissed if
at
I
the
were
very
you.
end, and it saved my score
It did.
because he only had 6 points, and I'm like, come on, man, what is going on here? And then
I'd
he
be
got that
pissed.
touchdown.
I mean, because
The last 2 minutes.
I know, and it was meaningless.
Fucker.
I mean,
It was meaningless.
It's pretty
dude.
obvious at this point that Cordero Patterson holds a lot of value. I mean, we called him a sell high, and he still might be.
He still is,
Nah. Cordero Patterson is
He's
a
balling.
fucking fantasy option every week.
dude. I
Right
don't.
now, you
Period.
have to
End
play
of
him.
discussion. This guy gets targets. He runs the football.
Dude, it is unbelievable the way they're using him.
Yeah.
But yo, hold that thought. So, which of those guys, like, who would be your favorite waiver wire pickup out of those 4? Because they're probably, in my mind, the top 4 guys. Unless there's someone else you want to add, those are the top 4 on the waiver wire this week,
Only other person I would say add is Dawson Knox
if he's available.
if he's available because he is for real. He's having a breakout season. It's not a fluke.
And to think that they were going all out to try to acquire Zach Ertz this offseason.
They don't need him.
and they don't need him. They definitely don't need him. And Dawson Knox, his game has grown.
I said it last year. I said it. I liked him.
You did.
About it.
Dawson Knox is legit. Like,
was
I saw
catching
him.
touchdowns.
Yeah, he was
Doing
Everything he touches is gold right now.
Yeah, he was scoring last year, and I was like, look, like here and there, he had a couple of good games, but you saw flashes of what he could be, and
So-
now he's really putting it together. So that's a good option. Good pickup by you.
So would you say he's the top priority claim if he's available? Dawson Knox is your top claim this week.
I would say yes for that simply because the drop off in tight end.
Yes,
Like,
I agree.
He's
That makes
right
sense.
now he's a better fantasy option than probably T.J. Hawkinson.
And he's better than
TJ
Mike
Hawkinson.
Gesicki and
Yeah,
all the
and
other.
Consistency is key, and he's showing it right now. I mean, obviously, he's not going to be able to keep up this pace, but he's in a high-powered offense.
Bills are hot.
The Bills are hot. They're
hot.
good.
They are
They
one
hot.
other
dude.
one, and this might be a little bias with Kadarius Toney. The Giants are playing from behind a lot, so they're going to be airing the ball out. Like that would be my only fear with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are now like they're playing from behind, so they're going to be throwing more than they're going to be running.
I agree.
So that could be something to look at if you're trying to go all out to get Darrell Williams, like for the way we have to do.
Well, PPR does matter. If he can catch passes out of the backfield, then he would be worth an option. But I'll go with Booker. He looked really good.
He got the workload, too.
Yeah, he got the
which is most
workload.
important.
There wasn't a second or a third string back in there, like rotating. It looked like they were giving him the reins. So I would go with Booker.
So I'll go in order then. I'll order this for you. My priority. I'll go Darrell Williams first because he's in a high-power offense with a goal line role. That's the difference between him and Edwards-Helaire, by the way, is that he seems to have a knack for getting into the end zone. Running back is just, they're getting crucified right now with these injuries. So I would go Williams. I would go Toney because simply the talent is so hard for me to ignore. Dawson Knox is added in all my leagues. I have him in one of them. I would probably put him third, and then I'd go Booker, and then Stevenson in that order.
I don't even know if I have Stevenson in my top 5 though.
I would not. So here's the thing with Stevenson. If I have a top 5 priority claim, I'm not using it on him. I may use it on everyone else I just mentioned, though. Like high value claim, sure. You guys agree with that? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
I'm with you.
I mean, other than that, like, running backs, they're just getting killed right now. They're getting killed. But I think that it would be wrong of us not to mention quarterback options after Russell Wilson went down. So, do you guys have any off the top of your head that really stand out that may be in the waiver wire that you would add? And if you don't, I can give you some names.
I mean, I would have said Darnold, but he had a pretty shit game against the Eagles, so he's off my list for now.
Kirk Cousins, maybe. Is he? He's not really.
He's not completely rostered yet, so
I got one for you guys. Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy's been playing well.
He's been playing well. He has.
I'd still take Darnold over him, though.
Yeah,
I think.
sure, I would too.
And here's the reason why I would say, by the way, I wouldn't say give up on Darnold. Minnesota, New York Giants, Atlanta Falcons. These are teams that have been involved in passing sort of situations. They have been beatable. The Giants secondary is good, but look, they gave up how many points last week?
I'll pick up Miles Davis.
I would say Sam Darnold.
Davis Mills.
Sam Darnold, you might actually be able to acquire if he was picked up. You could get him for a low price, or you won't have to waste a high claim on him. I wouldn't mind picking up Darnold. He's still 7th in fantasy points. You have Daniel Jones is out, so you can't do that anymore. It's likely he's out.
Mike Glennon.
Kirk Cousins. Mike Glennon. There you go. Kirk Cousins, though, coming off of that bad game, he might be sitting there. We could look at his schedule.
Carr?
I think that he's probably taken in most leagues.
Do you think he's rostered in most leagues?
Yeah.
That bull's slipping though.
That wasn't a good game.
Here comes the dive.
Especially
It's the Raider
especially
dive.
with what they got going
I
on.
said not sustainable. That was my choice. We'll see. I'm trying to look up Kirk Cousins' schedule right now. For some reason, it is not popping up here. We have Taylor Heineke. You like that as an option? I mean, he had a weak game this week, but he
Regular?
has a rushing floor at least.
Regular. What do you mean regular?
Kidding. You and fucking Taylor Heineke. You always find these weird people. to
I
have
like
fun, too.
passion, Mike. I love passion. He plays with passion.
I'll give
And
you
there's
that.
nothing wrong with that.
I know what Phil's gonna do here.
And there's
Phil.
nothing wrong with that.
Phil, if you don't hit that song right now,
Yeah, Phil, let's get a little freaky tonight.
yeah, he knows.
Pause. Hey.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh well, here Kirk Cousins, Carolina. Then he's got a bye, so it's not looking good for him.
Goffard. Nobody's picking up Mike Glennon.
Glennon.
I hope you.
You know what's funny about him? He's on this weird Giants kick because he wants to prove that he's right. That's exactly why.
Well, who the fuck wants to make a prediction and be dead wrong?
Sometimes you just got to just lay in the bed and fucking just stay there and just take your L. Sometimes you have to, but to pick the Giants to win the division is fucking absolutely insane.
I told you he.
It ain't gonna
That's
happen. I'm
insanity.
sorry to say that, but
I told you he was smoking my shit.
sour.
oh my god, what about Glennon? Oh,
Mike
God.
Glennon.
That's crazy.
Sad to say, guys, there's just not a lot of great quarterback options available on the wire. I mean, there's just nobody trustworthy enough. I would maybe throw a dart at Trey Lance, but it looks like he might miss some time.
He just
now.
sprained his knee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he
looks
might
like
be
he
out
might
this
be out
week.
1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the hell they're doing. Justin Fields maybe, but they're not giving him any high value rushing touches.
I like Teddy. I like Denver's weapons.
What about Goff?
It's beneficial for him.
So Teddy does play Las Vegas, which is a pretty good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe you could go there. Jared Goff, you said, Mike?
What about Goff?
Glennon to Tony. It's coming.
I hope so.
Goffar, God bless you. God bless Goffar.
How's he doing? Goff.
Goff,
He's on the line.
I mean, it's,
I feel bad for them, dude.
yeah.
they play hard, man. They almost won this game. They would have ruined all my bets this week.
I told you guys about Dan Campbell.
And the Vikings
That's a true
season.
leader. That's a true leader.
No,
Hey,
I'm
they
with
do.
you.
Call it
I'm
what you
with
want.
I'm
This
with
guy
you.
can fucking
respond.
lead a team.
They respond to Dan Campbell.
They
play for
do.
him.
They
They
love
play
him.
for
They
him.
play hard for
Like,
him.
listen, they
I
have
know.
a serious lack of talent. Serious lack of talent. They might be the worst on paper in the whole league, but they play hard for this guy, and they've been in every single game.
Every game.
Every single game. So they have a bright future ahead with this staff. So it looks like, though, I think we can safely say, like, highest value pickups would be Darnold and Kirk Cousins if available. They might not even be available. If not, you're kind of...
He was available in my one league. I picked
Would
him
you
up.
pick up Geno Smith?
Come on now.
I mean, the question is going to be posed. Listen, would I pick him up? Fuck no. No, I'm not picking up Geno Smith, but
If you pick up Geno Smith, you're not in contention.
I would
anyway.
pick up Teddy Bridgewater.
yeah, I mean, Teddy.
What's wrong with that?
Teddy's going to be the one who's widely available there, and I would not mind spot starting him for a
No,
week and
if it's
just
for a
streaming.
week. Right, exactly.
But if you're Russell Wilson or you don't have a backup at this point,
That sucks, dude.
it really it's a shame. It's a shame. And the Seahawks season, it could be on sleds. This is what could open it up for.
It is on sleds.
It could be opening it up for Carolina.
7-0 Colts.
Oh boy.
it really could be.
I told you, lock of the fucking week, and I'm going to repeat it now.
That and by the way, that
If the
was
game's
the one
not over
bet.
yet. Wentz has
It's
got to
not.
play all 4 quarters. Relax, all right? It's not over yet.
We got strong ankles
Mike.
now.
We got strong ankles now.
Mike's brother says,
Rather pick up a
rather pick up a Geno steak. I'm right there
Facts.
with you, Rob. That's great. I could go for one.
Pick up Geno's steaks.
But yeah. So who just scored for the Colts? Does anyone have that?
Jonathan Taylor, 1 catch, 76 yards, and a touchdown. Well,
Damn. What a stud.
yeah.
He's,
But-
okay. He's all right.
But anyway,
He's
so
all
Mike,
right.
that was the one game though, right there, the Colts Ravens game where we went off the air, and I was like, "Damn, Mike, I can't believe I didn't give you a chance to bet me on that one."
Yeah, me too.
Just because, like, I did multiple bets with Nick this week and last week. I was like, maybe, you know, and I was
pissed.
like, you know what? Maybe I should still let you have it right now. I don't know.
Your funeral.
Have what?
Could we make a live in-game bet? We haven't done one
Why
of those.
not? Yeah, we can. We can do whatever the fuck we want here.
I mean, listen, we're going off of. I haven't seen one down of this game
Me
yet.
neither. I just put it on.
And something just tells me, man, it sucks because I really, the Colts roster, they should not be where they are right now.
Okay, look, I think you guys need to grow a pair of balls and start betting.
I'm the one who put it out there.
Then do it.
You want to do it now?
Shake on that shit.
I'll take a free
It's still early in the game. So, Mike, you know what? I'll let you have it. And only because I already beat you. This will be a double or nothing?
I'll give you 3 points.
No, you don't got to do that.
You sure?
Straight up.
Okay.
Because I'm
Double or
nice,
nothing?
right? I'm a nice guy.
That is nice.
I care about
I
my
took
brothers.
a 5-point underdog.
You did.
All right.
I lost.
You did. All right, so listen, the reason for this, though, he's got the hand out here, and I'm going to shake it. Balls, family.
Come on, man. Now I can't shake your hand.
That's all right. That's all right. So the game we bet on, just to throw it out there, this is the reason why I'm going to give him double or nothing. Poor Mike, man. Baker finally has a good game.
2 weeks in a row, I lose in like the final minutes.
But they were ultra conservative at the end. I'm just going to say they did not have trust in Baker to win that game.
They went 21 yards in 50 seconds.
They just ran that football.
And
Justin Herbert, listen, I mean, what is there to say? So I bet the Chargers. Mike took Baker, the chef, and the Browns. When are you going to learn, Mike?
Thursday.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you this chance, Mike, all right?
Okay.
I'll take the Ravens down 7 right now. There's 11 minutes left in the first quarter, so we got a whole game to play.
All right.
I would do it.
All right.
Double or nothing.
Wow, this
We're
is
on
great.
the board, Phil. First live bet in P&I
Wow.
history.
The safe boys.
That ain't so safe for me right
Yeah,
there.
it's not. It's not.
There's no way the Ravens lose this game. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They're playing a great brand of football.
Not
and-
tonight.
Hey, you know what? I'll give Carson something. I actually saw a stat I'm going to bring up for you guys. Carson's not playing terribly, okay? He's doing all right. He's not like
He just gets hurt.
he's not a world beater, you know what I mean? But he's doing okay. Only QBs with 0 turnover worthy passes this season.
I don't understand that stat because he threw a lateral and got picked.
Yeah.
I know. Listen,
And it was probably
but
the
this
worst
is
throw.
why I
It was
say
awful.
PFF,
In the
PFF is
year.
a
Fucking
great
awful.
like PFF is a great publication, but some of these things are a little wonky. But
Yeah, tune in to
still,
P&I.
when you
Facts.
see yourself on a list right here with Tom Brady, Russell Wilson,
We're not doing this
Yeah,
today.
you know it's
And
good.
Carson
We're not
Wentz.
doing this today.
Carson Wentz is one of 3 QBs with 0 turnover worthy passes according to PFF this season. So, you know, I had the Colts as my fucking 3 seed, dark horse. We've been saying it. We've been screaming it.
James, put the GIF up.
So if they're gonna take them Colts,
Oh, the dark horse. You guys are a shot out with
Yo,
this
you
Carson
just
Wentz
randomly
cat.
said-
well, listen, it's more about the Colts roster to me, but I did also think that Carson could have a rebound year.
The guy has 5 touchdowns in 5 weeks. What are we talking about?
James says Nick hearing Brady and Wentz in the same sentence makes his blood
It
boil.
does. It
Listen,
really does. They don't belong.
James and audience.
They don't belong. What are you doing that
James-
for?
James and
What
audience.
the hell are you doing that for?
Anytime someone's mentioned in the same sentence as Tom
Tom
Brady,
Brady.
Nick takes offense.
Yeah, because he's in a
I
league
can't
of
even
his
get
own.
a word out usually.
He's in a league of his own. He is.
It's really
He's
doesn't.
in the
Mahomes is
MVP
not even
discussion.
there.
Mahomes is nowhere
He's
near
2-4 in his last
Here's a
6
hot take.
games.
Here's a hot take on that.
Oh, don't do it, Mike. Don't do it.
Herbert is closer to Mahomes than Mahomes is to Brady. That's 100% true.
That's definitely true. Because Mahomes is not even close to fucking Brady. So what are we talking about? He's not.
Well, statistically.
No, I'm talking 7 rings
on
versus
pace
1. And I'm talking to play this year at
And
age
listen,
44.
It's so
He's
early
44.
on. It's so early on, but he is on pace to shatter NFL records. And he is not the problem with that team. He is not the problem with that team. I won't let you say that. Mahomes is not the problem with that team. They have a lot of problems, and he is
They
not
do.
the
Number
problem.
one is the defense.
Number one
two
by
is
far.
he's also not throwing the guys wide open anymore.
He's not.
He's not playing his best football, but he is not the reason they are
No,
losing
I'm not
games.
saying that. Please, I don't. Everybody,
Let's just
I'm
put it
not
out
saying
there.
that.
And also the fact that they can't develop a second receiver behind Tyreek Hill is an embarrassment.
They have Travis Kelce.
And also, this is the same thing, Nick, and you're gonna like this. What did the Bucks do the last 2 weeks that made them an interesting team going forward? A team.
Oh, ran the ball.
Yeah.
They established the run game, and guess what? Tom Brady dominated.
That's regular though.
It's regular.
I
We've been
know,
seeing this for
but the
20
Bucks-
years. What's
the
new?
Bucks-
What is so new? I
The
don't get
Bucks
it.
are now back to their old threat ways of last year when they got it all going. They had it all working.
I told you. As soon as
they
they
had
got
the
past
clock-
the Patriots game,
They did need to do that, but the run game and the defense were major contributors on that playoff run. And then they got Tom Brady. I mean, what else
Lombardi
do you
Lenny.
need? So
Lombardi Lenny is
finally
balling.
handed the RB1 role to Lombardi Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that. The offense, I mean, earlier in the game, they weren't necessarily stalled, but they just fucking exploded. Who's stopping them? And guess what? It masks the defense's woes right now. They need secondary
If
help.
they played the Chiefs, they would beat them worse than they did in the Super Bowl. They would demolish them.
Could be, but they kind of have the same problems right now. The secondaries are just atrocious.
Brady would have
Bucks are better.
But at least the
Field
Bucks
day.
have pass rush, okay? I'm just trying to
No,
put it
I know,
out there.
yeah.
In a shootout
Dude, their
situation, like the
defense blows.
The Bills' defense right now is scary. They took a leap forward. They were already good
know.
last year.
They're
The
good,
Bills are hitting stride right now.
I know.
So that's a question. I'm going to save that.
Josh
one for
Allen looks
Thursday.
good too.
Josh Allen's back. I mean, hey,
He's
wait,
never left.
wait. One other thing. When we were talking about deep league starts, you guys asked me on the spot. Well, you guys, I mean, I think Nick asked the question overall. Asked us who we start deep league sleeper start this week. I don't remember who Mike said. Mike had a good one, I think.
Oh, I say J.D. McKissick. That was a fucking bust.
Yeah, I mean, that,
I think
Well,
I said,
really,
I
trash
said
to
Tony. I
fantasy.
said Tony
I'm
because I
trash
was
to
starting
fantasy.
him.
I think you might have.
I
Mike.
said Tony because I had to start him.
So, Mike, you nailed it.
Yeah, I said Tony.
I don't know. I think you might have. McKissick flopped, but that's because Washington screwed us, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm never betting on Washington again.
I still will.
Ever.
I tried to tell you.
They fucking suck.
They're
Oh,
terrible.
stop.
I just thought it was a situational thing.
They've been overrated since the beginning of the season. I
But-
was saying that.
My deep
They don't
league
have
sleeper.
Fitzmagic.
Oh,
They're better with Heineke.
It's debatable. It's their defense that's been a disappointment.
the defense is
That's
a total flop.
That's true.
Yeah.
Total flop.
They're not even getting to the quarterback.
No.
My deep league sleeper, who I did actually start in a league with no fear, Emmanuel Sanders, looking like a top 25 receiver right now. 2 tutties.
Is he a sleeper though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
He's
say
pretty
yeah.
much
He was
owned
owned
in all leagues though.
He was owned in 30%.
I was going deep into
Nick.
the bag.
Nick, prior to the game starting, he was owned in about 50%.
You got
55%
issues, bro. You
of
shot
leagues.
out, cuz you shot out. I'm gonna do this to you when he throws another pitch.
You just found that out?
Once he leaves on a stretcher, I'm gonna go like this to you and
Okay.
call it regular.
Okay.
All right.
You guys are talking about the game.
Yeah, we are.
All right, let me
But
turn this off
listen.
because my ADD's in there. Go ahead.
Listen, he was only owned in about 55% of leagues. He was owned in about 30% prior to the week starting. So go out and add him. At this point, what else you need to see? He's scoring touchdowns. He's getting a minimum 6 targets a game, and he's trusted by Josh Allen. He's
a
a
deep
guy that
threat.
he looks to in the end zone, and he can just trust him. Period. This is just a veteran thing. It's like
Their
I know
offense-
where this guy's going to be. I think Mike and I said this that maybe it wasn't you. No, I think it was you. Did you agree with me earlier in the preseason that Emmanuel Sanders is not washed?
No.
Was that you or was that Nick?
No, that was Nick because
Nick
I
and
was
I agreed on
questioning,
this.
is he washed?
Yeah, and we said you're crazy,
Yeah.
basically.
Regular.
I mean, he just don't get old. He's still playing at a high level. You got to go out and add him. That's a guy that you go out and that's another guy. Like if he's on your waiver wire, which I don't think he will be at this point, you got to go out and add him. Put him on that list, that short list that we just mentioned.
Their offense looks better than last year.
They do. At
They
this
almost
point,
are like scoring
because
at
they
will.
also established the run. Now, last
Yeah.
night they didn't have to worry about it because Kansas City's defense is Swiss cheese. So, I mean, man, the Bills are scary. They might be the best team in the AFC. We'll save that for Thursday. That's a good conversation because AFC's looking wide open, and I'm sure the Chiefs will get it together. But
My
it's scary
Titans.
right now.
My Titans won.
They did, but it got close a couple times in that game.
Yeah, they won by 18.
It was literally a 1-score game, and then Jacksonville scored, got a touchdown taken away.
Oh, they were just chilling. That's why.
It was
It's Jackson.
It was interesting.
Dude, let's go on Jacksonville real fast.
Go ahead.
They are a disaster. Top to bottom, a disaster.
Yeah.
Like a dysfunctional disaster. It really sucks for Trevor Lawrence, dude.
They're still
But-
playing hard though.
but-
That's the weird thing about
However,
this.
James Robinson is absolutely balling.
He's back.
He is. He really is balling. And I hate to say that to you because you
I
traded
know.
him, but
I know.
But
look,
Mike-
I'm calling what it is. He's
Yeah.
balling. The last
Calvin
3
Ridley
weeks.
will come around. I promise you that.
I hope he comes around because I need him. But I'm just saying that's a little tough to watch because I could have had him and Zeke.
It's tough right now.
And
but
Zeke is exactly what I said he was going to be.
you can thank Urban Meyer. I mean, listen, he is the number one problem. He's everyone's problem. He's your top problem right now. You were willing to give up your ride or die because Urban Meyer's an idiot.
I said too when I traded him. I said the reason I traded him was that offense does not look like they could put a plan together and move down the field.
I mean, really, did you?
In those first 2 games, they looked awful, dude.
Did you really need like rocket science to decide that James Robinson's a better player than Carlos Hyde? James Robinson. I mean,
he gave Carlos Hyde the ball on 4th and goal yesterday. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. That is stupid shit.
That's the shit we're talking about. So, I mean, look, how do you go out and draft Travis Etienne other than you just wanted one of your own guys because
he did it with
front
Tebow.
office.
Did it with Tebow.
And I mean, you fucked up.
Yeah.
That's first-round draft capital to rebuild this struggling franchise. That's first-round draft capital.
I don't think he's gonna make it this year, man.
He might not.
I don't know. He might be out in a couple weeks.
I said if they're 0-8, 0-9, and they start looking like they're quitting, they're gonna dust him.
He could be going to USC.
Probably. He probably wants to.
Because they have Trevor Lawrence. They have to groom him somehow. You can't spend a number 1 pick.
No, you can't,
and then leave
especially
him in
with
dust
his
like that.
potential.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's once in a lifetime kind of opportunity getting number 1 pick.
I know, and especially a talent
You
like
can't
him.
squander that. You can't. You got to hit that pick. You have to.
And look, he's a good player, but situation-wise, that you don't draft a running back in the first round
when you
are
James Robinson.
Jacksonville.
And you got them. You got James Robinson in the 6th the year before.
James Robinson was undrafted.
Undrafted. I'm sorry. You're right.
I'll be honest with you. What I don't understand what teams do is they draft a quarterback, but they have no offensive line. Your quarterback, your future is going to get killed.
Hold on. The Jets, though, this year were smart. Even though they look like shit.
Oh,
they
Jets
traded back up to get their line minutes at 11, and then they took another one.
And
I
look,
think
Because they learned from Darnold.
They're playing well without Mekhi Becton right now, who looked like a franchise left tackle. I mean, they go out and they take Vera Tucker, the left guard from USC, which was a good
That's
pick.
who it was, Vera Tucker.
That was a good pick.
Yeah.
They're hitting these picks. I mean, they look like they will come around. They'll be a competitive team possibly next year. They're like that little fly that you can't swat right now. It's like
they're annoying.
They play hard. They're well coached. I mean, they got a bunch of young guys who are hungry. So interesting situation to watch as time goes on here. Mike, by the way, Carson Wentz fumble recovered by Baltimore. I'm ashamed to admit that myself. But I just saw it. It came across my
tried
screen.
to show you, bro. I tried to show you.
Yeah, I know.
I tried to tell you, man.
Want to go off?
You put too much faith in him. I don't get it. What the fuck has he done to put so much faith in Carson Wentz? What has he done? Has he won a Super Bowl?
We're talking about 3, and he was part of one.
Okay, well, that's fair.
He was playing at an MVP level for 3-4 years easy. But
that's debatable.
3 years is not debatable, but 4 would be debatable. 3, absolutely.
You're telling me he had 3 solid MVP seasons?
Yes.
No fucking shot.
No, I would say
He put
2.
2
No
practice squad
fucking
rosters to the playoffs.
I would say the year
2017, he was the MVP. I don't give a fuck.
2017, and
I mean,
then
Tom Brady won it. And listen, Tom Brady's always a worthy candidate. He should have been
Always.
awarded that in
Every
other
year.
years, I'm sure. But Carson Wentz was the clear-cut MVP that year. And he got snubbed because he missed 3 games. But he still had better stats.
But why did he miss 3 games?
That was a freak injury. The helicopter fucking bullshit in the end zone. Getting his, I mean, look.
That was on my birthday.
His career and the Eagles.
You guys love Carson Wentz.
No, listen.
I can't sit up here and listen to these fucking praises about Carson Wentz.
I'm not
I
praising
can't do
shit.
it.
I like him.
I can't
No.
do it. It's not in me to listen to this. Oh, Carson Wentz, you got to give him some time.
this is
He was
because
the MVP.
I said the words
He's
Tom
going to be
Brady.
so
That's
good
what
this
it is.
year.
You got him
Oh
going
my
now.
God, you got
I
him on the
shouldn't have done
Colts
that.
now. They're going
I
to
think he was going to
be
be good.
MVP, dark horse.
We're
going to
win this game tonight. And I'm going to send a GIF on my way home.
And they're going to be 2-3, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're fighting back.
Well, if they win this game, that's major for their season. They play Houston next week. And the second half of the schedule is very
Then
light.
they need to win this week.
That was the whole
We're
logic
going to
for
win
me.
tonight.
We're going to win. See? We're going to win.
You want dinner on this shit too?
Oh, Nick. Come on, get in on
I'm
this.
down by 7. I can't do that.
I did it.
I know.
I can't do that. That doesn't make any sense for me.
You know what? I'm just trying to egg you guys on because I want to see you guys fight for real.
It's coming.
I keep hearing that.
It will. It will
wanna see
explode
it.
over something stupid.
I'm always
But, like,
I'm
there's
in the
something to
middle of all
fight
these
about,
fights,
though.
right, Phil?
What?
What is there to fight about with you?
Baker Mayfield.
Besides Wentz.
Baker Mayfield.
But I like Baker.
So do I.
But Baker has been trash.
We'll probably get into it. We'll get into it with basketball.
Well, here, that's a good
Basketball's around the
opportunity.
corner.
I saw a comment, and I'm gonna stray away from football for just a few minutes here. Marcos Marte says, "I want
No.
comments on Ben
It's
Simmons."
Donald
It's
Goldstein.
Donald Goldstein.
Donald Goldstein.
Oh, Well,
That's his new
pardon
name
me.
now. Yeah.
Pardon me, Donald.
Oh shit, he called Zuckerberg.
Look, I'm just reading off the screen, okay?
So he wants comments on Ben Simmons. I would bring Ben Simmons back and I would sit him on the bench.
Yeah. I've been saying this. I bring him back and I let him sit in the warm-ups.
And I would make him look like the asshole that he is.
Have splinters all in his ass.
Uh-huh.
Listen, the
Fuck
only
him.
way this is salvageable by any means,
It's
'cause
not.
He's going to be on the roster, okay?
And he's
everybody
just
knew
sit
it.
the
And
bench.
let's just put it out there.
Sit the bench.
We can start arguing this. I
Listen.
said this. I've been saying this since I heard it. No one in the world is trading Damian Lillard for Ben fucking Simmons, dude.
Not yet. Not until they're under 500 in, I don't know, week 10 or 15. I don't know. When they're like 8 and 15 or something to start the year, then it gets in.
That ain't happening with Dame.
Yeah, they're never like under 500 though.
I'm just.
It seems like that. They're
hypothetically-
always in like the thick of things.
Yeah, they just.
hypothetically throwing a situation out there. But
I got
listen, it's not. Like,
Oh wait, did
when
we just
do
switch
it-
to basketball?
I did. I saw a comment.
Okay.
I took the opportunity. I even said, I said to my mother, I'm not going to bring up Ben Simmons today. This is no point, really. But listen, the only way this is salvageable is if he takes fucking 10, 15 shots in his first game.
He needs 1 3-pointer per game and 3 jumpers outside the paint per game, or you sit on the bench. I've been saying that since Brett Brown was the coach, when Brett Brown said he needs to shoot more threes.
I just want him to shoot, period. I don't need him to even be a 3-point shooter. If
Yeah,
he
just
develops a
attempt.
mid-range game with free throws,
He's not going to, though. He's a pussy.
well,
Sorry,
at this
Mom, if
point,
you're watching. But
at
he
this
is.
point, but just
I
hypothetically,
don't like these restrictions. You got to shoot 3 outside the paint.
See, I
and then
don't
one.
say that
And
either.
here's why.
I don't
here's
like that
why.
either.
You're playing the game of basketball. It should be instinctive to do those
Correct.
things. You should be wanting to shoot the fucking basketball, not be like, oh shit, I got to shoot once a game. I'm going to shoot it anyway, and there's my one. That's
Maybe.
that's
That's
bad
fair.
basketball.
When the shot is
gotta
there,
play.
take it.
You got to play
That's
based
all.
on energy and feel.
That's
You're
fair.
playing
No, I'll give you.
basketball.
I'll give you.
You know what I mean?
I'm right there with you. On
I hate that shit.
But they've been telling the dude
It's
to shoot
terrible.
for 5 years, and he hasn't shot yet. So you have to do something.
That's why you got to trade his ass or fucking sit him on the bench. And that's the bottom line. I'm
Well,
fucking
at
over
this
this
point-
guy.
Levert and
Fuck
Brogdon.
him.
I think
See ya.
I think it was obvious at this point that his agent, I'm not even going to say his name because he's a fucking snake.
He's a pile of shit.
He was behind the whole thing. Obviously, Ben Simmons still went along with it. Don't absolve him of the crime because he still participated, okay? But, all right, Rich fucking Paul, motherfucker.
He's an asshole, dude. It's easy
Rich
to be
Paul-
LeBron's agent.
Rich Paul
Yeah.
said, oh, it'll be fine. Just do this. Skip out. Oh, you lose a little bit of money, but I'll get you out of there. Your bluff was called, buddy, okay? Ben Simmons didn't want to lose money. That's why Ben Simmons is coming back. He don't want to lose that bread. You kidding me? You see where he lives? He wants money. He's a
starting
money
him?
guy.
You starting him?
If he comes back, yeah, you kind of
no.
have to.
Hell no.
You have to.
I'm not
No.
doing that.
You
No.
have to.
No.
Why?
You take a stand. You take control back from the players because the inmates
That's what they're
run that
doing
asylum.
right now, though, Mike. They're negotiating something with him right now. They're negotiating
What-
in terms
what-
of his return.
My thing is, though, what could it be, though?
I don't know, but I am sure that
They're
there
probably
has to
trying
be
to recoup
something
that money.
team-friendly here to do with it.
Yeah, we have a beautiful seat at the end of that bench. Go put your,
I'm not saying-
your lazy
look,
ass in it.
Facts.
The Sixers cannot afford to fall behind early in the season. Given the injury history, etc., they cannot afford to fall behind.
We're not. We
but
got
I don't
Maxey.
think they would because, yeah.
We got Maxey.
Yeah. And I mean, he still have
I mean, I love Maxey, but I'm just saying. Here you go. Oh boy. So
Attaboy, Brian. I love that name. Who
Godfather.
who gave you that nickname?
Ben Palante.
he's mad because I just dissed him. Well, listen, you don't tune into PNI, you get this.
Hey, I like that. That's energy.
That's
energy,
energy.
baby.
That's facts.
Yeah, we
I go
bring that
out of
energy
my
here.
way. I go-
Turn him out. We turned
Yeah,
him
we
out.
did.
I went out of my way to praise his fantasy team. No one even knows. Like, besides the few times I've mentioned his name, and I go out of my way to praise his fantasy success, and he wasn't here. So I'll never forget that.
Poor guy.
He's got to show up for like 10 straight shows now. All right, I know you hear me. All right, so
All right, back to football. Fuck
Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons, man. So we'll see. We'll see. He's coming.
I can't wait to see that notification.
I mean, when he comes back, he is going to have a hard time being welcomed back by everybody. The locker room, the fans, the league.
I want to go to the home opener next Friday because I want them to boo the shit out of him.
He's going to get booed.
Who's
But-
to say he's going to show
But
up
they will
that game?
quickly cheer him if he's shooting jumpers in that game. They'll be clapping.
He ain't shooting though.
I can't tell you that.
I can. I got 5 years of
Nah,
hard
yeah,
evidence.
yeah. We're not. Yeah, I'm not doing this,
This
man.
is why
I'm not doing
I'm not
that.
teasing nothing.
I'm not playing
I'm
this
not gonna
fucking game
speculate.
anymore. Every offseason, you have him shooting
Just
in
throw a
videos
scenario
and
out
all
there.
this
Videos
shit.
of him with his wet sweatpants and all that, pause with his little sweaty sweatpants, no shirt on, shooting all these jumpers against guys like us, and then he gets to the big leagues and it's dump offs to Matisse Thybulle.
Listen,
It's time to go, man. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's time to fucking get out of here.
I would still take Lonzo. Improvement.
stop it, Mike. You're crazy. You're shot.
The GOAT.
We're not going back there again.
goat.
Come on now.
I know. We got a month till we get into that.
No, we don't.
Not even.
It's a couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
Yeah, you're right.
I like being a football show. Let's put it that
Me
way.
too. Let's get back to it. That was just
All
a
right,
nice little
back to
side
football.
conversation. So we're back to football.
I had to mention that because look, we try to answer the comments when they come in, and it was worthwhile. Okay, so I'm gonna mention some players here, and I want you to kind of sort of tell me if you're buying in, you buying or selling.
Okay.
All right,
Trust or bust?
Trust or bust.
All right.
Trust
I
or
like
bust.
Trust or bust. Let's do it.
Cortland Sutton.
Bust.
Damn, right away.
that. Trust. Big trust.
One more time, louder.
Big trust. He's a target machine, and he's a beast.
What happens when Judy comes back is my...
So
Same thing.
You think?
look at that.
I think so.
Teddy comes back. Sutton 7 of 11,
All of a sudden.
120 yards. And
That's a
and
nice huddle name, too. All of a sudden.
All the Sutton.
All of a sudden.
Write that down, Phil. All the Sutton. Scary Sutton.
Mm-hmm.
That was a deep touchdown. He ran a route on 91% of their passing plays, and he had 47% of their air yards. They face the Raiders next week. So, are you back in on Cortland Sutton?
I already told you.
You buying?
I trust.
After
not.
even
Big
after
trust.
reading that, Mike? Because look, the attention's off of him when
Why
Jerry
don't
Jeudy
you?
comes back.
Why?
I really like
curious.
Jerry Jeudy.
I do
I
too.
think Jerry Judy's legit, and I don't know. I'm not a believer in Denver's offense like that.
So you're
Teddy's
thinking...
running the offense well, though. Listen, and I'm not Mr. Teddy here. I'm not the biggest supporter, but he's a veteran and he's running it capably, and he has no problem airing it out to those two. I mean, he was just chucking it to Sutton. So I think it's possible that, especially with what's his name, KJ Hamler out for the year, which has been for a while at this point. I think that you can reasonably expect production from Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. So I'm buying. The talent's there. This is a guy who's coming off a knee injury.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's just getting his feet wet.
He's good.
He's
Very
a good
good player.
player. He's really good. I mean, we wouldn't be talking about him like
so
this.
I think your concern is too many mouths to feed in Denver with Tim Patrick in the fold.
Tim Patrick,
Tim
Jerry
Patrick's
Jeudy
pretty
comes
good,
back,
too.
Very
and
good.
they're running the ball all right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't think once Jerry Jeudy and Tim Patrick are there, I don't see him being a target machine.
I think they're going to be playing from behind after that easy schedule. I think they'll be thrown a little bit more. I mean, these are just facts. They had an easy schedule to start the year. They're not. I mean, they are a team that is literally a quarterback away. Fair to say. They might possibly sneak in this year. You never know.
I think they're a
But
mirage.
they're close though. They are a quarterback away from being
I just don't believe in him.
right.
Not in Sutton, not just Sutton, the Broncos.
more
I
for
believe in
me,
Sutton. I don't believe in the team.
More
Yeah.
for me is it's about Teddy. I think.
Yeah,
But
I don't trust the quarterback.
attempts and targets, we'll see. But Laviska Shenault, guys, everyone expected that his role would naturally grow because, I mean, DJ Chark's out for the year, and he's very talented. He only got 3 targets against the Tennessee secondary, who is
Bust.
garbage.
You can be talented all you want, but if your offense does not revolve around you, you ain't
ain't
getting
shit.
shit. Yeah.
So
I'm off.
you guys are selling Laviska Shenault.
bus. Big bus.
I'm going to bust, too. And that sounded... like a Balls fan. I even gave Phil a chance right there. I was drinking my water. All right. I didn't mean for it to sound that way. But
It's just a fact.
I
That's
am
how you
not,
feel.
I am not in on Laviska Shenault.
Nope.
Here's one for you, though. And this is one where I want you to give me his value, too. Jamar Chase. Man, that headline from preseason just looking hilarious at this point with him dropping footballs and talking about it being difficult to catch that ball.
I love
I think
Jamar
it's safe
Chase,
to
dude.
put that to rest.
Yeah, and I was concerned with the drops, obviously, because I'm an Eagles fan, so I have to watch that all the time.
So you buying or selling?
I'm buying. Dude, he's the first wide receiver since Randy Moss to have over 500 receiving yards and like 4 touchdowns in his first 4 games.
That's a great stat. And guess what? I mean, you remember when we were talking about him a few weeks back, I said that if you're a top 5 pick, you majority of the time, I forget the percentage, but it is likely that you finish in the top 25 receivers as a rookie.
And don't sleep on Devontae Smith either.
No, Devontae Smith's a stud. I mean,
He's
listen,
legit.
I had Jamar Chase ranked ahead of him in my rankings in the draft. That's who I wanted. I'll be honest about it, and that's fine. I still love Devontae Smith.
Jamar Chase is awesome, dude. For real, he's awesome.
Unbelievable. So you're buying. I'm buying. Nick, you buying?
It's tough. It's
I mean,
tough.
that's a crowded room
It's-
there, so I understand.
It is. I feel like he relies on the long ball a lot. And he has 23 catches in 5 games.
10
So what?
targets, though, last game,
Almost
Nick.
5 a game.
yeah.
With T. Higgins back, 10 targets.
Six
for
I would sell.
159.
I would sell high. I would sell high.
So what would you target? Because here, look,
Well, I would
I'll tell you this
target-
right now. I think that you might be able to get wide receiver 1 value for him right now.
Yeah, that's why I would sell high. I mean, if you guys think the Bengals are going to be sustainable all year, then
I do,
then,
man.
then,
'Cause Joe
then
Burrow
keep them.
is good, dude.
Then keep them. But
They've been a conservative offense to this point. So for me, it's more of like it's a hold. If I have him, that's great. I'm not actively looking to sell him unless someone comes to me with an offer I can't refuse. But I'm not actively looking to buy him either because I'm going to have to overpay at this point. But I do think it's sustainable just because of the workload he's getting, and he's explosive.
and that's why I would
And
sell
they're going to
high.
be throwing. They're going to have to throw at some point this season.
That's why I would sell high. Just
So
like you
Nick-
said,
so Nick
you
wants
would
to
have
sell
to
high.
overpay.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to take an overpay for a wide receiver. You know how many wide receivers there are in the league that I could pick
So
up?
there's a chance
Of course,
you
I'm
could
selling.
get a
them.
legit offer.
Absolutely.
I mean,
sell.
so I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
I would probably lean sell out of the two. But yeah, so I mean, I think at this
buy,
point, though,
buy. Deets.
that was the smartest thing he said all day.
I'm on an island, so I'm selling his ass. I don't give a fuck.
But listen, so even if you're selling high, what do you think his value is the rest of the season? Like, where do you think he'll wind up in the rankings?
I would probably say safe is like wide receiver 2-ish.
Like, is he top 15 or is he top
Ceiling?
25?
What's his ceiling?
No. His ceiling, he could
Forget
be a
ceiling.
1.
Where
One.
is he finishing? Top 15, top 10, top 25, lower?
I would give him between 15 and 20.
Fair.
15 and
Kind
20.
of where I'm
15
leaning.
on the 15 on the higher end, 20 on the low end.
Well, look, he's got 5 touchdowns already, so that's a lot in 5 weeks. I'll go top 25. Top 25. I think that's good. It's early. We're only a third in the way in, so
I know.
let's pump
Not
the brakes
even,
here.
but we're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We are.
Give me top 20. Give me top 20. Who else? Let's see. I'll give you another one. Michael Carter. Buying or selling? Looks like he might have the lead in this backfield. It looks like he might be a decent player, but
He's not good.
I'm neither.
He's
I don't
not
really,
that
yeah.
good.
I don't think you could sell him. I mean, who would be actively
Because he's on
seeking
the
Michael
Jets.
Carter? Yeah.
Here's the thing. I watched that game, the Jets and the Falcons, and he gets a lot of opportunities. He gets the bulk of the work. Okay, cool. But the guy's just not elusive. He has
he
like
is a 4th round pick, so
not that I had high hopes for him, but I liked him when I was reading about him. Him and Javonte Williams.
like
he
the,
was getting talked up a lot.
the big playability is
He's
just
from
not
North Carolina,
there.
right?
It's not there, the big playability.
No, it's not.
So if you
not.
get 20 carries, he can get 55 yards.
Yeah.
What good is that? Okay, I get it. You get the volume. That's good. But he's on a bad team. If you have to rely on Michael Carter as
You're
your
in
running back,
trouble.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
You are. You're fucked.
I know somebody's
I'm with
starting
you.
him. Somebody's starting him because
He's
all
in
these
last?
running back injuries and whatnot.
Is he in last?
No, but stay tuned.
Is he in last? It's fucking crazy.
Fair
I mean-
question.
I mean, I
It's a fair question. Yeah, I just said if you have him in your lineup, you're fucked.
so here I'll give you one since this is a guy on your roster, Mike. Juju's out for the year. Okay. I'll give you this is a 2-part question. Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. Tell me what you're doing with both of them. Buying or selling?
I'm probably just holding.
Holding. Because Pittsburgh goes in spurts. They have
I
good
can't.
games and they have bad games, but they both produce even when they have a bad game.
Shout out to us. We all said, "Give me the tree."
Give me the tree.
Give me the tree.
Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers. All three of us last week. It paid off for once.
Yeah.
But
I'm holding. I'm a hold.
I'm selling Claypool because I think everyone's enamored with his ability, which they should be. He's very talented, but in this type of offense, he needs to be a deep threat.
I don't know now without Juju.
I think that this more makes me feel comfortable about Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's already a target hog, and he runs the whole route tree, and he is Ben's favorite target.
He had a weird game, though.
I'm not going to buy him, though. I'm going to hold him, and I'm going to sell Claypool based on the ability and the game, and I'm hoping I can get a high-end wide receiver 3 or a low-end wide receiver 2.
Let me ask you a question, though. Does Deontay Johnson now get doubled?
No.
No?
I don't think you can, because then you got to also worry about Najee Harris out of the backfield, too. James Washington is not a slouch as a third receiver.
Yeah, no, agreed.
So, no, because, I mean, Claypool is a talented guy. You have to account for him when he's on the field. So, for me, it's just like Deontay Johnson will continue being a target hog, but I'm not going to outright buy him because I just have no belief in this Steelers team whatsoever.
He had a weird game. He caught a bomb earlier in the game, 50-yard bomb, and then all of a sudden
He took my soul.
Then
and
all
I
of a
never heard from
sudden,
him
his
again.
face was on a fucking milk carton.
Yeah.
Because I had he didn't get he didn't get a target until like the fourth quarter.
He left the
And I'm like,
conversation.
where's Bull at? Is he hurt?
He left the
Is he
conversation.
good? Everything okay? I was concerned. I'm not gonna lie, but he's massively talented, and you're right. He does get a lot of targets. He's been getting like 10 targets a week. Just this week was kind of like a weird week for him. But
I appreciate it.
I'm not panicking now. I don't panic.
All right. So here I got a couple more for you guys before we sign out for the night. All right, because we're coming up on that 1 hour mark. And as always, audience, if you have any remaining questions, throw them our way, and we'll try to answer them before the end of the show. That said, so tough call here. All right, I am going with. I just lost it. I had it. Antonio Gibson, which we talk about enough on this show, but I have to go back there again. He had 2 touchdowns. J.D. McKissick out-targeted him. You buying or selling Antonio Gibson? You can always hold too, but it just seems like it's just such a tough call week to week with this guy. And I keep asking you this, but I just feel like it's so relevant still.
I'm holding. A guy who's getting 20 carries. He's got big play potential. We saw a couple weeks ago when he caught that big pass for 70-something yards or something. Washington is inconsistent, but a guy getting 20 carries, what else are you gonna do? I mean, if you're selling him, what are you looking to acquire? Another wide receiver? I mean, like I said, there's a plethora of them. So if a guy is getting 20 carries on Washington, I'll take him.
You're hoping to sell the name because obviously he was one of those breakout names that everyone was enamored with in the
I loved him
offseason.
prior to the season.
I still love
I would
him.
hold, but I would lean sell.
That's me too, Mike.
Like if I had him, I would be like, all right, cool, but I would be shopping.
Because I think that someone will buy the name.
I wouldn't actively
workload's
seek
there.
him.
Nah,
I
I'm
wouldn't
rocking
actively
with him. I'm
seek.
rocking with him.
The workload is there, and he gets into the end zone. So
He gets a little bit of some nagging too. He's on the injury report a little bit for stupid shit. A shin.
Here and there.
it's concerning though that they just won't unleash him per se. He is, Scary fucking's on the team, and he's
so
obviously
good,
the best
dude.
player on that team.
Scary.
Scary fucking.
Best
I
name
love
in the
that
game.
name. That's the best name.
Scary
ever.
fucking Terry. All right. Enough of that. Last one. I think we'll end the show on this one because this is a polarizing one right here. I kind of think I know what you guys are gonna say, but this is a big name here. AJ Brown. He returns. He's had a hamstring injury. Last year he missed the first 2 weeks of the season before going off. All right. He was top 5 in points per game last season. Points per game basis solely. All right. He came back this weekend. He had a touchdown call back. All right. Final line was 3 for 36 on 6 targets. You buying or selling AJ Brown? Julio's still out, by the way, and it looks like he'll be out another game or two, in my opinion, since I'm an owner of him.
What's his value? He hasn't really done shit this year.
I would sell. I was just getting ready to tell you, I would sell him.
I wouldn't even sell him. I would hold him because his value is so low. But if I would buy him. I would buy him.
I would buy the shit out of him.
I would buy the shit out of him. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that his owner's got to be panicking right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
How aren't you?
Because this is kind of how it went last year. Okay, I mean, yes.
I was saying it from a perspective of if I had him.
If I have him.
But I get what you're saying.
On.
That's a good point. I like how you said that.
Yeah. If I have him, I'd hold him. I would not be worried.
I would be shopping him, but his value is low as hell. Right?
Based on last year's, like, if anything, he should be better this year. And last year, he was hurt to start the year, and he just went off. He was an every week option, completely consistent, and he gets into the end zone. I'm buying, like, I'm trying to think of, like, a good comp. Like, name some players who you would consider, like, I don't know, thriving right now.
Cortland Sutton.
Well, Cortland Sutton's a guy that people were
you wouldn't trade a wide receiver for.
I know. I got
I'm trying to think of an
Think of a name,
RB2.
like a guy who might be thriving right now that you might be willing to sell. Just give me a couple names, I guess. Like I could try to give you some comps, but I'm trying to buy this guy.
Well, we just talked about Antonio Gibson. Would you trade Antonio Gibson for A.J. Brown?
No.
I would not. I would probably not do that.
I would not do that.
Because it's a game where, I mean, look, I'm going to favor the more touches.
They matter.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
All right.
Scarcity.
If you're able,
what if Montgomery never got hurt?
Yeah, I would do that. I would give up David Montgomery for him.
I would not.
What about CEH? That's a good one. If healthy.
That's why I said
because,
Montgomery
like,
pre-injury.
It's tough because, like, I expected a rebound year, but I mean, are you?
I love that dude, Brian Dietz, Cordero Patterson.
That was exactly what I was going to say.
That's a great dude. That is awesome.
Thank you, Dietz. Dietz actually owns Cordero Patterson and has been starting him. To answer your question, though, what was the previous one you said? CEH. I would probably lean CEH, but it's close. This is more like why it's like a Miles Sanders thing. The Chiefs just need to give him the fucking ball. Give him the ball. It's like one of the most productive receiving backs in college history.
I agree. Here's another one for you guys.
Give him the ball.
I got one more.
But wait, let's do Patterson first.
Okay.
Hold that one.
Okay, I'm going to hold this one.
Cordero Patterson for A.J. Brown. Would you do it?
Absolutely.
I do it in a heartbeat.
A guy that's getting the ball 20 times a game, running, catching. Yeah, give me him.
Oh, you want
He's
Cordero,
involved.
you're saying.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'd sell him. I'd sell him for A.J. Brown in a heartbeat. That's a perfect.
I'm not doing that. I watched
It's
Cordero
ballsy.
Patterson play, and they feature him almost in every play.
and they throw the ball a lot.
Yes.
So listen, this would be going off the premonition that you have A.J. Brown as a top 10 receiver, which I do, and I did. And I will still keep him there, but he'll probably be on the back end. But that would be why I would do it. That's the type of player, like, yeah.
Based on your belief.
Cordero Patterson, his touchdown pace is not sustainable. Now, I do like the workload. I really like the workload. I also don't think that health-wise he'll be able to hold up at this point. Because he's not built to be a running back. But I love the way they're featuring him. He's going to keep his role.
A.J. Brown gets nicked too, though.
A.J. Brown gets nicked.
He
You're going to have to
does.
live with it. But guess what? He missed the first 2 games of the season, and he played every single game after that. Top 5 point per game basis. This guy could be
I'll
a
be
league.
honest.
He was a league winner last year.
I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Tannehill doesn't look that well.
No, he doesn't. I mean,
He really don't look
the
well.
whole team, and it
He's gonna
sucks.
be
'cause
MVP. Yeah.
Look, we all.
I didn't call him MVP. I
You said
said
in the
Brady.
beginning of the season.
I said they're going to go to the Super Bowl. And I still believe that.
I have the clip.
Damn, God
I got
bless.
receipts.
Why God bless? It's
There's
week
no
5.
way. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is early, but look. I mean, this is me. I
Hey,
picked
you
it.
guys had the Chiefs in the bowl.
No, listen. I was just gonna say that. Thank you for saying that. I was gonna say.
I trust the Chiefs getting there now before the fucking Titans.
I absolutely trust the Chiefs more, but both of them worry me right now.
Why?
Because Patrick Mahomes is light years better than Ryan Tannehill, and quarterbacks matter.
That's cool, but they actually have no defense.
I understand
And,
that.
and Mahomes isn't he's not playing that well right now.
So if you were playing, Titans versus Buccaneers or Chiefs versus Buccaneers, you think the Titans have a better chance of beating them than the Chiefs? No way, because the Titans can't score with everybody. The Chiefs can do that.
That's a good one.
They'd have to pray that they keep Mahomes off the field. That's the
But-
only way.
They have Derrick Henry.
And
That
and
would
it's
be the
fair.
only way
That
they
could
could do
take
it.
Brady
However-
off the field, milk the clock.
However, but the best part of the Buccaneers defense would be to handle Henry.
If the Titans get hot
yeah.
with
Bucs will
A.J.
beat
Brown and Julio, look out.
I know that, but Julio, I don't know what Julio.
Yeah,
It's early, fellas. Just wait.
I'd still be trying to buy low on Julio too, but you wouldn't have to pay as high for him. Period. I mean, that owner's got to be having heartache right now. He's panicking.
I have him,
and I have him too. But I am holding and looking to buy him in the one league I don't have him. Okay. So there you have it. I think that's a good way to leave off before we dive too deep.
No. I got one more for you guys.
Oh, you did have one more. That's right. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Darrell Henderson.
Oh.
For AJ Brown. Now that's a good one.
That is a good one. And I have Darrell Henderson in one league.
I would take Darrell Henderson.
And listen,
dude, he's good.
Darrell Henderson is good, and he's getting a massive workload. So here's the reason why I won't do that. I'm taking AJ Brown. It's close. It's getting closer, but Darrell Henderson will never hold up, and he's already been hurt. He will never hold up with this workload. He's literally accounting for 95% of the running back workload.
He's so
If they want him to last, this is not the way to do it. Let's just put it that way. And I have him on my team.
The man gets like 10 yards a clip.
He's good.
He's fast. He's
strong. It's a perfect offense for him. And this is why I was saying, like, Cam Akers would have went off this year.
You were saying it right before he got hurt.
I love Cam Akers. I didn't even love him last year until
I drafted him last year. I was a year early. I drafted him last year because I thought
when he turned the corner last year, I was like, this kid can play. Before that, I was like, this kid.
He was a second-round pick too, wasn't he?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he has talent because you don't take running backs.
But that would be a situation where I'd be like, that's perfect for Darrell Henderson because he's a perfect change of pace back. He could even potentially be a 1B, but he can't handle the workload he's getting right now.
Yeah.
So I would do that. I would take AJ Brown there.
How about you?
Darrell Henderson. Ooh, my bad on that, yawn.
That's tough. That's a good question, by the way.
It is because I'm going off of injury history, right? Is that part of the factor, or we're talking right now?
Right now, you could choose.
Assuming both players are healthy.
Both players are healthy
on out.
Yeah, no health.
Give me Henderson.
Well, that right there is a massive assumption.
For both of them.
Yeah, for both of them because
I'm
AJ
not saying
Brown
that about AJ Brown because he's listen.
I had him last year. He's been injured.
Yeah, but he plays hurt too. So he missed 2 games last year. That's it. He only missed 2 games. Until I see like further reason for concern, then I'm there with you. But for now, Darrell Henderson has missed chunks of games already in his career. So I have to put that in my evaluation. And also talent-wise, I have to go AJ Brown.
Well, yeah, talent-wise, of course.
But assuming they all,
holy shit, dude, the Raiders let go of John Gruden.
Wow,
I called that. I texted that immediately. I said,
really?
Gruden.
Wow,
we got breaking news at P&I.
I mean, is this confirmed though? Because I'm not seeing that yet.
Shit. Really?
It says that his emails included anti-gay language. He already. Oh boy.
Whew.
There's no way they could keep him. I mean, I didn't get listen, if it came across my phone, I didn't see it yet.
Well, John Gruden got the bag. I don't know what you
we're going to have to
10 years, 100 million?
Yeah.
This is not showing up on any major media sources yet.
It's on Yahoo.
Talk about John Gruden.
It is on Yahoo?
It's real. It is real. We have breaking news at P&I. John Gruden is out.
Yahoo Sports UK is saying John Gruden reportedly tells staff he plans to resign after more emails resurface. But this is not official yet. This is leaked information, perhaps. This is not official.
Perhaps.
Tom Pelissero tweeted that he informed his staff to plan to resign. Now, that is a major source. That's NFL Network there.
He referred to Roger Goodell as a clueless anti-football pussy.
Now, say it in your Gruden voice.
In Gruden's voice,
because this might be the last time you can say
John Gruden. Fuck Roger Goodell, that anti-football pussy.
That might be the last time you can say it here.
Oh, my God. Wow.
That's crazy. I said immediately when that surfaced, he was done, dude.
You know what's crazy? Let me put it into perspective because I just saw this also tweeted by Tom Pelissero. Jay Gruden was also fired 2 years ago this week. How fucking wild is that? Oh, it was on Monday Night Football, they're saying. It was flashed on Monday Night Football. How is it not on ESPN's website? What the hell's going on here?
He trashed Roger Goodell.
That's awesome.
Not for nothing, but Roger Goodell is a piece of shit. He is. I'll never forgive him for that Brady shit. That deflate gate fuck shit.
And I mean,
that's some bullshit.
The repeated letting domestic violence cases off.
And that's another one too. Yeah.
Look, we would have signed off by now. This is massive news. Massive news. And the Raiders are fucking 3-2.
I'm never gonna hear Ryan Tannehill again. I'm devastated.
He's done. He'll never be in the NFL. He'll never be a commentator. It's over. If that's the case, he's done. But he will collect. He collected his bag.
Oh, he had 10 years. What? 100 million?
I can't imagine that. Like, he's probably gonna. They're probably gonna be able to recoup some of that money. I'm sure, because this is like conduct detrimental bullshit.
Yeah, it's against contract.
And listen, like if he said all these things, he's got to go. How do you even have the locker room anymore? You can't possibly trust this man.
Holy
I mean, look at the players on the roster.
And what he said about Michael Sam from 2014.
Whew.
I'm not saying that on
Look
here.
at the player. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
he's in deep shit.
Read about it.
Look, look. I mean, he can't possibly come back from that. He's done.
Damn,
his NFL
that
career,
is wild.
which, by the way, his NFL career was looking like it was going to be a very long one after that contract. It's over.
We just watched a whole era.
And he did that. He sent those emails when he was working for ESPN. He didn't even have any business involving these people besides that he gets to talk about them. He wasn't even in the league at the time. He wasn't even coaching a team. He was on Monday Night Football.
But what was the topic of these emails that made him go crazy like this? Like what?
Just I guess he was upset over the lockouts and that kind of stuff.
I did read about that, the lockouts, but I didn't know if that was a factor.
Why we aren't playing football, basically. And I'm sure that he probably had, at this point, it's fair to assume he probably had his piece about COVID last year, because he's obviously pretty outspoken. He's probably, I mean, look, just the misogyny, the careless choice of language when you are that big of a figure in the NFL. There's no way he's coming back from that. John Gruden's canceled.
He's officially canceled.
All right, we can't mention that on the show, Favre. But yeah, that is true. He said the racist remarks, anti-gay remarks.
Terrible.
I need about
absolutely
and it's disgraceful, by the way. It's disgraceful.
It has
he has
no
reason to say that.
Place, man.
I mean, he's been a coach of multiple different races. I'm sure he's had multiple different, he's had everybody in his locker room. You're a head coach in the NFL.
Dude, he was saying...
You were one of the most respected figures in the entire league. You were the face of Monday Night Football.
Saying shit about gay people. He has Carl Nassib in his locker room.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have any further comment on...
There's nothing else to say.
We'll see you Thursday at P&I.
It's just sad. It really is sad.
I'm still not seeing like an official... Oh, here it is. Now, yep, here we go. Now it's starting to circulate on my phone. NFL Network. That was it right there when Tom Pelissero tweeted it.
Yeah.
That was the one. As soon as NFL Network puts it out there, it's likely
Schefter announced it too. You know it's legit.
Shorty going
did
legit.
He announce it?
Yeah, Shorty going legit.
Listen, I don't know if he did, but either way, wow. We were about to sign off. That was absolutely insane. Yeah, there you go, Dietz. Dietz says, you guys, live broadcasted history. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Just getting started.
As far as P&I era goes, we in the golden ages.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Real shit.
How do you look your team in the eyes and like, it's crazy to me. What's the point is what I'm trying to get at. What is the point?
Stupid, dude.
You have all the money in the world. You are one of the most respected figures in the league.
You ruin your career. You ruin
it's
your
over.
life. He'll never be looked at the same.
Do you guys think that it affected the Raiders' performance yesterday?
Oh, Schefter announced it
Hell
on Monday
yeah,
Night
dude.
Football.
I think so too.
Probably, but also, like Mike said, it was kind of like a trap situation, and the Bears played very well on both sides of the ball. I wouldn't say both sides, actually. The defense played very well. But
I think it affected them.
Schefter announced it on Monday Night Football.
Their defense.
That's what we're seeing.
Shorty. The Bears.
They're turning things around, but they got a long way to go, I think. So that is just I'm like almost
yeah.
So we have to end the show now. We're like way over when we would have ended the show.
We're in shock over here at P&I.
But Thursday night. And I'm gonna announce this too live. Thursday night, we're going live at 7:30. The Eagles and Bucks play. Why else?
Say it louder.
7:30 p.m. Thursday night, Eagles Bucks. We might talk about that for a little bit. We're gonna review the rest of the games from the week. Anything that stood out. Any other headlines?
Bets will be placed.
Bets will be placed.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I have a few in mind.
Facts. I know you guys are coming at me.
No, I'm not.
You know who plays this week.
Probably.
I'm aiming straight for the head, not aiming to please. I don't give a
I'm
fuck.
a pleaser. Wait, Mike, you don't know who plays?
Let me see. Oh, I already know you're gonna say that Arizona Cleveland, but that's not a good spot for Arizona. I'm telling you right now. I might give you the bet, but I won't be surprised. But
Me neither.
yeah, I mean, Buffalo, Tennessee might be one we could talk about.
I can't wait for the Cardinals and the Browns, though. I'm literally,
neither.
I literally can't wait for that. I'm geeked.
That's a big game. Major game.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the Browns spot there.
It's built up of 25 episodes, 24 episodes. It's built up.
We have
Baker
to,
versus
we have
Kyler.
to obviously
You gotta
bet.
bet. You have to bet.
I will do it.
No safe shit here.
But we'll do it officially.
We'll do it on Thursday.
And just because I love you and I have to stand up for my guy. At this point.
I just took Baker against fucking Justin Herbert.
God bless. You took the Browns as a team, and it actually was not a bad bet.
And it's a team game.
It is a team game. That's why Baker's been able to fucking live this far.
Game.
It is.
Got him.
Anyway, all right. So Thursday night,
7:30.
I'll see you there.
See you there.
7:30. All right, Nick, take it from here.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also, give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys Thursday night at P&I.